I know people will hate this, and this is based on what I can see in the comment. People have been saying YieldMax should just stop and focus on the fund that they have because they've been coming up with a bunch of funds, and every week there's a new funds. But the one that they have, not all of them are doing great, and that's the main complaint. They did it again, guys. Today, YieldMax has released a brand new fund. This is the fund here, YieldMax CRCL Option Income Strategy ETF or CIRCO. The price, it came out at around 50 bucks. Of course, it went down about $1.12 or 2.27%. As you can see here, so it's brand new. There's no much history to it. It opened at 50.05, and today's range is between 48 to 50. So it seemed to be going down just the first day. But before investing in this ETF, whether you like it or you don't like it, you need to know what's underlying of this ETF, because these, as you know, they are single stock ETFs. So we always look at the stock that this ETF has exposure to. And that's the stock I'm going to show you right now. This is underlying stock of CIRCO, which is a CIRCO International Group, CRCL. That's the ticker symbol. And the price is 129. It went down around 2%. So it's pretty much the same as the ETF itself. After hours seem to be going up again. So tomorrow it might open higher. But check this. We want to extend this chart to 6 months. You can see here it was all the way to 262. Then it crashed. So I want to see the performance of this stock because this will give an indication of how our brand new ETF from YieldMax will perform. So if we extend this to 6 months, we can see within 6 months, it has gained about 87%. What if we go to year to date? It has gained about 87%. 1 year, 87%. 5 years has gained about 87%. All has gained about 87%. So this is a brand new stock. It hasn't been out for that long. The 52-week range is between $64 to $298. So it has performed really well. But for people who bought at $298, right now they are at a loss. But if you bought from where it was at 64, you have gained massively. Volume is a little bit higher. Today's volume was around 8 or closer to 9 million. On average, though, is about 14 million. So it's quite a bit of volume. It seems to have volatility, which is good for a fund like CIRCO. Now, if we look at the 1 year target, it shows here on Yahoo Finance around 174. So this 174 from the price where it is today, 129, seems to be going up. That's a prediction of it. And if you look at the performance of this, because it was at 298, so let's say, for example, if you bought at 129 and it goes to 290 something, that means you're going to more than double your money. Of course, the ETF itself is not going to have the same performance as this stock. We have seen a performance chart of this underlying stock. Now we want to know exactly what this company does. Description of this company: CIRCO International Group Inc. operates as a platform, network, and market infrastructures for stablecoin and blockchain applications. The company provides a suite of stablecoins and related products that include a network utility and application platform for organizations to benefit from stablecoins and the internet financial system, and issues a US dollar denominated stablecoin. Its stablecoins network comprises CIRCO stablecoins, tokenized funds, liquidity, payments, and developer services, as well as integration services. The company was founded in 2013 and is based in New York. We have seen what this company does. Now we have a clear vision of what this company is involved in. So pretty much is involved in kind of crypto. So it might be one of those higher yield ETF because of its nature. Remember, anything related to crypto is very, very volatile, but they tend to have a little bit higher yield because of the volatility. Should we invest based on the prediction of its volatility and a higher yield promises? Maybe it might have a higher yield, and we've seen if this stock goes to what analysts are predicting to be going at 174 from the price of today, that means you're going to make a lot of money, plus all your distributions that you're going to collect from the time you invest to the time this ETF doubles, if it comes to that. Coming to official YieldMax website, YieldMax CIRCO Option Income Strategy ETF. Distribution, there's no distribution here because it just came out. Whenever this yield comes out, I will let you know, or whenever they announce their first distributions. More fund information. The fund was incepted September 29, 2025. trade on New York Stock Exchange. Expense ratio is 1%. So the fees align with all other YieldMax ETFs because all of them, they're like 1% and above, except fund of funds. They tend to have higher gross expense ratio at 1.28, like YieldMax, ULTY, and so on. Net asset as of now is 1.24 million. Holdings, as you know, this is a synthetic call option ETFs, so it doesn't have any holding directly. It does have exposure to Circle synthetically, and it write calls on them by holding treasuries as collateral. As you can see here, they have a bunch of call options and put option. This call option here expires on October 3rd call at 1:38, and there's a put option here expires on November 21st, strike at 1:30. All right, that's all for the brand new ETF. Now let's move to another update, and this is a YieldMax distribution announcement for weekly pairs and group A. So there's a Chappy GPTY. You can see, I mean, I don't have to read all the numbers that they can see, but you can see here they pay Chappy's 40 cents. What I'm interested here the most is ULTY. As you can see here, ULTY is going to pay 9 cents. So this is pretty normal, as they usually pay around 9 cents to 10 cents. The yield is 87%, pretty good. One interesting thing here is return of capital. So 0% of that 9 cents you're going to get for ULTY, it comes from return of capital. This is something that has a different reaction. Some people like to see zero return of capital because in their mind, of people who advocate for zero, they believe whenever there is return of capital, meaning they just get their money back. But for some people, like to see this number to be like 180 because it shows you that you're getting your money back. So that way it's more tax efficient. So either way, I don't know. I'm not an accountant. I don't know. But as I always say, if you want to know exactly how that would impact your portfolio, you have to talk to your CPA, especially an investor who is investing in taxable account, because you're going to get a statement, and in that statement is going to give you these numbers. And within the numbers, you're going to know exactly how much of tax you're going to pay or how much of the income you have received that year came from this type of income or that type of income. That's the only way to know exactly. But whether it's zero, whether it's at 100%, for me, what I care the most is to see they keep paying the same 9 cents. I want it to be stable. I don't want it to go down to like a 7 cent or something like that, right? What other ETFs that paid a little bit higher? YieldMax is paying about 14 cents. So that's a little bit higher than what they paid last time, but that's only 56%. It's a little bit lower than we pay. And 75% of that 14 cents will come from return of capital. What other ETF here is interesting? Roblox. This was one of the brand new ETF. I think this is the second time I think they paid. I'm not 100% sure, but they pay a little bit higher, around $3. And that's about 71%. But remember, Roblox is over $50. Even though the amount you're receiving here is a little bit higher, the yield is pretty much lower than you're getting from ULTY. The other interesting stock that has paid a little bit higher this time is TSLY. TSLY is paying 80 cents, and that's 110%. As you all know, that Tesla is one of those YieldMax stock that had really bad performance, but recently it's been performing a little bit better. And that 80 cents you're going to get from Tesla, 0% of that is return of capital. When are they going to pay these distributions? The announcement is today. Ex date and record date is tomorrow, October 2nd, and payment will be October 3rd, which is Friday. The final and last update comes from Roundhill Investment, which has announced the distribution for 3 ETFs, XDTE, QDTE, and RDTE. Ex date is October 2nd, and payment date will be Friday, October 3rd. These 3 ETFs has the same schedule as YieldMax ETFs. As you know, Roundhill is one of the unique ETF providers because it has scheduled their distributions from different ETFs. You can get a distribution every week. They have one pays Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So if you invest strategically with Roundhill, you will be able to receive distribution every day. But how much they're going to pay for these ETFs? XDTE will pay 17 cents, QDTE will pay 21 cents, RDTE will pay 37 cents. So guys, that's all I have for today. I just want to give you a quick update on a brand new ETF from YieldMax, which is related to crypto. And also, I want to touch base on the announcement for weekly pairs and Group A from YieldMax and also Roundhill Investments. So if you like this type of content, as always, please smash that like button and don't forget to share with someone you think this video might help. And if you don't want to miss any of this type of update, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification button so whenever I release a new video, you will be able to get notification so you don't miss any of the updates. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next video. Bye bye.